everybody. Thanks for joining. And I had a discussion just recently online about a concept that I've talked about before, which is really understanding where your business comes from. And my point in that particular discussion was, if you've been in business for 5 years or more, you probably should be getting 50% of your wedding referrals as direct referrals, meaning somebody saw you at an event and booked you. It probably takes 5 years because, you know, you don't always have somebody who's immediately needing a DJ. But after you've done this for a couple of years, and I would say 5 years of being a really good DJ. If you've been in business for longer than that, and you're not getting half of your business as direct referrals, it's really seriously time to take a look at your performance, because you're essentially auditioning for all of these guests every week, right? You're doing your best work. They get to see what you do. If they see what you do and they're not impressed enough to call you when they have an event, I don't care how many compliments you get, you're not as good as you think you are. 50% should be the number. And again, if you're a big multi-op, then you know you have to do more marketing. That's a different thing. I'm talking about, as an individual, you should be getting at least 50% of your business as a result of direct referrals, and the rest will come as indirect referrals, which means somebody told somebody about you. There should always be a lot of that. And then the stuff that you get on your own through marketing. The exception to this, and what prompted this minute this week, the exception is destination weddings, because somebody said, well, what if, you know, I'm in a destination market and rarely do I have the clients, the guests are coming in from out of town. I don't know a whole lot about the destination market, so I don't speak as an expert on that at all. I would say that if you're in a destination market, the chances of you having, 50% or anywhere near that as where your business comes from is probably absurd. I don't think it can be anywhere near that amount. However, in that case, you should really probably be marketing or performing a little differently, right? It's easy to please the bride and groom. That's the given. So you definitely want to make sure you make sure your bride and groom are thrilled with their wedding. But you really have to say who's really doing the hiring. If you're in a destination market, so you're probably working with planners and venues a lot. If you're working with planners and venues a lot, you really want to make sure that you are going overboard to please them. As somebody who never worked in a destination market, I didn't really care what the planners said. I'm not a big fan of planners. They're trying to make their job easier. They're trying to make themselves look better. They're trying to do the same thing they did last week. They're not creative as a group. There's exceptions, of course, but if I were working with a planner who was sending me 30 or 40 or 80 events a year, yeah, listen, I'm going to be all about making that person really happy. So that's the exception to the rule. But beyond that, this is a really good time for you to evaluate. You should have lots of downtime right now, sadly. So go back for the last couple of years, go 2 or 3 years, and just event by event, look at it and go, where did this event come from? Did they see me at another event? Did they find me through, a Google search? Was it advertising on Wedding Wire or bridal fairs or whatever we're doing? Did they hear about me secondhand? That's an indirect referral. Be honest with yourself, because if you're looking at that and you're saying, gosh, I did 48 events last year, only 2 of those people actually saw me at another event and booked me. That's a horrible ratio. And you have to now let your ego get out of the way and say, I need help on my performance. I need some training. I need to do more 1% solution. Like, let's really watch the videos. Let's really implement these things. Let's go to, if conventions ever come back, let's go to the conventions. Let's go to a Mark Farrell or Bill Herman or Peter Mary or anybody who's doing a workshop. Let's go to one of their workshops. Let's get better. I need to find things that will cause somebody in the audience to go, that's the guy I have to have, or that's the woman I have to have to be my DJ, and have them looking for you instead of you looking for them. So destination market, a little different, excuse me, a little different world, but the rest of it, man, you gotta be honest with yourself and decide what it's going to be. That's it for this week. I'm almost at a minute, so see you next time.